I'll be a moderator. Of course.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
It'll be a night to remember.
Man, some hats are meant to wear that hat.
Yeah, it gives me confidence.
Okay.
Hey, let's just go home. Oh, Peter, I know it's really hard trying to fit in with all the changes your body's going through. It's flowering. He's so stressed out lately.
What helps with stress is going to a party. You should go to a party.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Peter, have fun, okay? I will.
Bye, man. Dude, you got the suit, right? This is gonna change our lives. We're gonna have Spider-Man swing in, say you guys are tight, and then I get a fistful of one of those half-broke ones.
Well, hello, Hong Kong. You are indeed first.
Am I?
Oh my gosh. Hey guys. Cool hat, man.
Hi, Liz.
I'm so happy you guys came. There's pizza and drinks. Help yourself.
I hope you guys are having a good night or day, wherever you are.
My parents will kill me if anything's broken. I gotta. Have fun.
Bye.
I.
Dude, what are you doing? She's here, Spider-Man. No, I can't do this. Spider-Man is not
Hello.
a trick, okay?
It's nice to see all you guys here.
Be yourself. Peter, no one wants that. Dude.
Where's your pal Spider-Man? Let me guess, in Canada with your imaginary girlfriend? That's not Spider-Man. That's just Ned in a red shirt.
Hey, what's up? I'm Spider-Man. Just thought I'd swing by and say hello to my buddy Peter. Oh, what's up, Ned?
What are you
Hey,
guys
where's
up to
Peter
right now?
anyways? Must be here.
Talking to chat. Oh, hey, Big Fred. It's nice to see you here.
What am I doing?
I'm just recovering from a bad chest and sinus cold. So I gotta wait a bit before I'm able to sing again, but when I am able to, I will take song requests within reason and make it fun for you guys, but I'm not ready right yet.
Now this is crafted from a reclaimed sub-ultron arm straight from
I appreciate all you here
Try.
and all your kind words and your support.
Man, I wanted something low key. Like, why you trying to upsell me, man?
Okay. I got what you need, all right? I got food ready to go.
Yes, Jake, you are correct. I am watching Spider-Man Homecoming.
Got black hole grenades, real good.
Letting off shots of public malaria. Look, how's it changing?
Wow, lots of new names here. It's nice to see all you here.
This must be where the ATM robbers got their stuff.
Hello, NC.
I'm not trying
Do I remember my dreams?
to go back in time.
I got, you think rat
Um,
climbers?
A little over half of the time I
Okay,
do.
what the hell is that?
Unfortunately for me,
You set us
they're
up.
typically stressful, not fun type of dreams.
Hey, come on, you shoot somebody, shoot
I
me.
have anxiety, and I'm on the spectrum, and I've been plagued with horrible nightmares ever since I was a little kid. Well, Hong Kong, when I'm able to sing, I will sing Axel F, aka the Crazy Frog song. Hey, Pinkster, it's good to see you. Lately, my dreams have been more on the mild side, thankfully.
Can you slow?
Yeah.
Lower to 18.
I think 20 is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tunes is home.
Boss.
Well, I'm glad that you returned, Jake. This time I am in the house. And I am on the spectrum. I'm on the higher functioning end of it, where I just come off as awkward and weird. It's made life challenging for me, dealing with other people. And there are still social cues that I'm having to learn. And it's rough. But it could be worse.
Hey guys, good game. Have fun.
When do I know? I don't take offense if people ask me if I'm on the spectrum, because I am. But I can understand how some others might take offense to it. Oh, you hurt your knee while sleeping, dude? That's terrible. Ugh, that would hurt real bad. When do I know to surrender to my anxiety? Well, what I do, Jonathan, is I pray to the Lord Jesus of Nazareth about what's bothering me. I pray for help in dealing with what I got going on and strength to do my part. And I let my husband know when and why I'm feeling anxious. And he helps talk me through it. And I also use medical cannabis to help. And that trio has been very effective. It doesn't prevent every anxiety attack, but it does help me get through every anxiety attack. No, well, thank you, NC. I am much weirder and awkwarder in person if you spend the whole last day with me. Hurting your knees while sleeping? Yeah, dude. Funny short story. I have scoliosis. I used to wear a back brace while I was growing to keep it from getting worse. And there was one point in high school where my back brace was pinching my spine in my sleep, and it affected my dreams. I ended up dreaming I was running for my life in the jungle, like, think Amazon type of jungle. And these aliens were chasing after me, wielding these really high-tech spears. And in the dream, I got impaled in the spinal cord by one of those spears, and everything went black. And then I woke up, I'm like, why does my back hurt? I realized it was my back brace pinching me while I was sleeping. Well, I'm very flattered, but I am Okydokybro's Valentine. Oh, weed makes you more anxious? Well, that sucks. I am a basket case, but cannabis thankfully doesn't make any of my troubles worse. Community and prayer and flower. Yeah, of course, Jonathan. Whatever I can share with you guys that is helpful, I'm happy to share. I've always been the type that feels best about myself when I'm helping other people feel better with whatever they're going through. When you distract yourself from your own pain by helping others with their pain, that's when true growth and maturity happens, and you become a better person if you keep at it. I don't think I've ever had Valium, at least not that I can remember. I was on Percocets for a minute when I was recovering from surgery, and those made me sleep away 2/3 of every day. It was a welcome break for me. But for those of you who are hanging out here, I want to hear from you in the chat window. Tell me about your day and what is going on. If there's anything exciting or funny, or if you're going through some stuff and you could use some prayer, let me know and I will pray for you. Well, Valium is pretty tame. I might have I know I've had Vicodin and it upset my stomach. It was not fun. I don't know if I've had Valium. The more I think about it, I'm unsure. You use weed and gabapentin because of your knee. Well, honk honk, I will pray for your knee that it will stop feeling so much pain and that it'll heal. I have to sleep with a full-size pillow between my knees if I lay on my side at all. And I've had to learn to sleep with a pillow under my knees if I'm laying on my back. And if I don't use that extra pillow, I wake up in a great deal of pain that was completely avoidable.
In case you want to, go for the big one.
You still on that? I told you. No, the answer is no. Forget it.
Hey Thud, it's good to see you. I actually just weighed myself yesterday and I'm holding stable at 109 pounds. So I'm doing good. My face just looks a bit thinner because of the lighting. And the angle of this isn't ideal, but I'm too tired to give a fuck. I'm just happy that you guys can see me and that I can read your comments and interact with you guys. Hey J-Man, good to see you. 600 milligrams of gabapentin 3 times a day. Damn. I take diclofenac, the 50 milligram pills, and Flexeril, muscle relaxers, 10 milligrams. And it really helps, but it's not the perfect cure-all. The weed kind of ties up all the loose ends that prescribed pain meds don't tie up on their own. Hello Raj, nice to see you.
Excuse me? I'm just saying, maybe you wife would like.
Oh, well, thank you, Is that Attitude? Okay. Thank you, Attitude. I really appreciate that.
I can't afford that.
Being prayed for is a form of receiving a hug, so I am accepting any and every prayer that my pain will be easier to manage and that my disability case will actually succeed in getting me state disability, and a prayer that we won't be getting sick again soon, because we were sick for a hot minute there and it sucked.
Good. Now you're the shotter. Go out there and find that weapon you lost.
Oh, you have Tremors. That's not a fun thing. Tremors is a great movie, but not a fun thing to have. I sometimes get the shakies too. It's unpredictable at times. It's not fun. Hey Preppy, good to see you. It's been a while. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate your prayers. Thank you, Tony. I'm very flattered by your kind compliment.
I think it's a power source.
Oh wow, hello in Maine. That's pretty cool. Yamano, you drank after your cousin? Oh, that sucks. Thankfully, I've never had that, so I don't have first-hand experience of how awful it may be. Never had the chicken pox either. I was vaccinated when I was little. I remember getting mad at the nurse for hurting me. That was a long time ago. I just turned 34 a couple of weeks ago and I feel significantly older physically than 34. You had chicken pox also when you were tiny? I remember reading that it was very painful and itchy. And that just sounds like a miserable time. Don't get the chicken pox now. Yeah, thankfully, we're not super socially active, hanging out with a bunch of people in person. And everyone we know of has already had chickenpox or got the vaccine. So.
We're pure blood. Oh yeah.
Yeah, red bumps all over. Yeah, that's not a good time. I imagine it feels like a horrible flare-up of eczema, where it's just itching nonstop and it hurts. You're still here, you'll just be eating a messy sandwich. Well, thank you for sticking around, Honk Honk. I'm happy to provide some entertainment for your meal.
Leaving Jersey. He stopped.
Well, for all of you who are here and listening, I thank you for stopping by. And if you choose to dip after a little while, I take no offense. If you stick around, that'd be pretty neat, and I would like to get to meet you all. I have bad social anxiety, and I'm on the autism spectrum. I have ADHD and depression, and I'm grieving the deaths of several family members I loved dearly. And making myself go live and talk with you guys here is helping me work on overcoming my social anxiety. So if you participate in the chat by contributing something about yourself or reacting to something I say, every little bit helps me. I still feel physical anxiety before I hit go live, and I feel my old self, my even more insecure, fearful self, telling me to put off going live a bit more. And then a bit more time has passed. I'm not ready yet. And I could let myself just stop altogether, but I'm not gonna let myself do that, because completing a task first when others are doing the same, that's cool and all, but everyone moves at their own pace. And you okay, baby?
I heard something.
I heard that too. I assumed it was a neighbor. But people like to compare each other's milestone events. You know, if they've met these certain ones, and if they have, who met them first. And everyone grows at their own rate. Some of us can make skyrocketing improvements on ourselves if we really want to. And others of us just need an extra push, an extra kind word, you know, an extra prayer to keep trying and not give up on becoming a better person. And I want to be that support for you guys here. I want to be a little corner of the internet where you can find comfort and understanding for all of your pains and struggles, because I have multiple pains of all types: pain of the mind, pain of the heart, and pain of the body. And I've been through a lot of really rough things, so I can relate to a lot of suffering and struggles that many of you have gone through. And I just want to remind you, you're not alone. I'm here to talk to you if you want to, and I'll pray for you if you have anything that you need prayer about. And in return, I just ask for prayer for my pain to get easier to handle, and for living in survival mode to stand down. Long story extremely short, my husband and I have had almost unending financial troubles because of other people's decisions affecting us. First COVID hit, and that made us live on our credit card for a while. And we still haven't paid any of it off. And then we started to get on our feet again. And then an identity thief stole my husband's social security number and worked all around in the town we live in. And we only found this out because the IRS sent us a letter addressing my husband, saying he's worked at Vallarta grocery supermarket for the last year and he earned 32 grand and he didn't pay taxes on it, pay up or go to prison. We both looked at each other like, what in the fuck did we ever earn 32 grand? That's never happened. And so we immediately took the letter from the IRS to Vallarta. They were absolutely no help. They refused to show any security camera still images that would show the person's face. No employee logbook, no employee ID book. Absolutely no info to go on. So my husband's name got stolen and ruined. And then we started to get off on our feet again, and then inflation hit. And people stopped ordering as much DoorDash as they used to, which is understandable because when you have to cut costs, you're ordering, I would almost call it a luxury service. You know, having people go pick up your stuff for you. It's not as high in demand. And because of my husband's identity theft, and I have multiple pain problems that require strong medication, doing DoorDash together is all we can do. I always sit in the passenger seat. I am the food czar, as my husband likes to call me, because I hold the orders in my lap and I make sure nothing happens to it in transit. And my husband does all the driving, and he actually drops off the orders. And we used to make pretty decent money, but now we're struggling. We had a car that we were making payments on, and it was beautiful, but we had to surrender it because we couldn't afford to keep making payments on it. We are living with my parents, who have graciously taken us in because they know how hard we're trying to work. It's just life has taken a liking to kicking us the second we start to get up again, it seems. And they're letting us use one of their cars that they got as a emergency spare vehicle if one of theirs were to break down or whatnot. And we're extremely thankful to have a working vehicle that we're not making payments on anymore. But it's tough. Identity theft truly is a life ruiner. And we could use prayer for recovery from all that. My husband's a real good man with so many skills, but because one bastard ruined his name, no one's giving my husband an actual chance. And it's rough. Oh, Tony? Well, I'm sad for you that you have the anxiety and depression. But I understand. Working hard in a physical job all your life, skin arthritis. Oh, arthritis pain is such a bitch. I have it in my pelvic bones, unfortunately, and my lower spine. I understand the jarring, stabbing pain it can cause. And when it's your knee, that's rough. Have you tried using heat and cold packs? And maybe an anti-inflammatory cream? I know Voltaren gel is really good for helping with pain like that. And I use it all along my whole spine, muscles and everything, and it makes a big difference. So maybe if you could get your hands on some Voltaren or generic diclofenac sodium gel. Maybe that could help you.
You told me to choose. What? No, just
Yeah, we went and we took all the proper steps to do what we could do on our end to do damage control. But having your identity stolen is not the kind of thing that one expects to happen in life. But I'm not trying to be a complainer or whiner. I'm just expressing that life's been especially rough on us financially, and we're trying. And prayers for things to get better are very much appreciated. And I'm praying for all of you guys who are listening. I know you all are struggling too. And if you want specific prayers about specific things, don't hesitate to say so in the chat window. I'm an empath. I feel other people's feelings, and I understand other people's pain. And I'm the kind to cry for other people's hurt. I can't watch an emotional death scene in any movie or TV show without getting at least a bit teary-eyed. My heart is oversized for my body, and I feel too much. And if I can help others who are also feeling too much, then I'm happy to put myself out here and battle my anxiety and go live every day that I'm up for it. Hello, Top G. Nice to see you. Anyways, I want to hear from all you guys, how you're doing, if you could use prayer, or if anything interesting or funny has gone on for you. My live streams are intended to be a casual hangout environment where you can just chill and talk to other people going through stuff. And I appreciate every one of you who interacts. And even if all you do is just watch for a moment and you go watch other stuff and you never find my channel again, I still appreciate you stopping by for a moment. And I'll pray that whatever you're going through will be easier for you to handle, and that you'll find the support that you need to handle what you're going through. I've had multiple deep losses, some with great support and some without. I almost died a few times when I didn't have that great support. And if I can be just one voice of comfort for any of you guys, I'm happy to do so, because I know what it's like to need comfort and to struggle to find it. Well, thank you, Top G. I appreciate your kind compliment. It's very sweet of you. I'm physically tired, but my mood is good. Fed my hair up. Relax more. Normally we're working all day doing DoorDash deliveries, living in our car during the day and sleeping in the house at night. So it feels good to just take a break and rest on the couch. Have any of you guys seen any good movies lately? Or any good TV shows that you'd recommend? My husband and I have, we've started rewatching a bunch of series like Big Bang Theory, Bob's Burgers, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's pretty funny. I look like a Walking Dead character. Huh. And can you remember the character's name, or just as a generality? Speaking of Walking Dead, I've been rewatching it, and it's so weird to think that John Winchester, Sam and Dean Winchester's dad, is in it. as a bad guy. It's pretty exciting. Have I seen Peaky Blinders? I have not seen it, but I am aware of it. I know it's got Cillian Murphy in it, right? Is that the name? Because I remember seeing a bunch of inspirational badass memes with like his picture and like a newsboy's cap on his head and a good looking suit. And I remember thinking maybe one of these days I'll give it a shot. You know that you've mentioned it and brought it back to the forefront of my mind, I think I will check it out. Stranger Than Fiction. That title is so very familiar to me. I know I've seen it, but I can
That's the one with Will Ferrell.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that one.
The woman narrates it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
Bedtime Stories is also good. With Adam Sandler.
For free.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Then he robs him.
Right. Oh, you've been playing the games. The Tall Tale games? Because we got those. They're amazing for passing the time. Well, AXE, you are very observant because I do, in fact, smoke. I have a fucked up back, scoliosis, disc degeneration. The discs in my spine are literally starting to crumble, and it's visible on x-rays. And I have nerve damage and arthritis. So if I'm stone sober, I feel like I have 1,000 glass shards embedded, and every single little movement makes the glass cut deeper. But if I hit this a few times, it makes me not feel that pain.
She's addicted.
And it makes me
to
feel goofy silly because I'm not hurting.
Stinky dog. Can I get up? City. I want to chill there. You can still chill on the couch. Just,
Okay, baby.
just let me clean that spot. Just sit right
That's
on my
the
lap
doggo.
if you want to.
Oh,
Or not.
little stinker. Preheated. Oh, you have the same weed pen? Nice. Hey, Brian, it's good to see you, my brother. What flavor you got? Because I got Dime Bag Northern Lights. It's fucking tasty. It's been a year. Damn. By choice or just you never thought about it? Because I know some people quit, some people don't get addicted and they forget about it, and others, I don't know. My parents' dog is giving me the guilty face right now. Trying to guilt me for making her leave. Is your life so rough? Yeah? You live a rough life? Oh, sleepy dog. Oh, you're high as fucking nice. Oh, you're in Florida. That's pretty cool, Brian. What time is it in Florida? Is it like 11:27? Right? 3 hours difference? Hello, Zepex. This is Northern Lights Indica by the brand Dimebag. Very tasty, very effective pain management. Oh, what's the weed flavor? I'm trying to really taste it so I can describe it. It has a bit of a grapey flavor to it. I'm not the best at descriptions right now. My only complaint about the cannabis is how much it slows my thinking process and my ability to speak. I have to actually push myself to speak at a normal rate, because normally I tend to talk very slowly. Not quite as bad as the sloths in Zootopia, but I can relate. Oh, I wish we had a dab rig. We had a bitchin' Rick and Morty bong with a dab rig attachment, but it got knocked over when we were moving and it broke. We have to save up to get a new bong, but hopefully soon. We honestly were addicted. 3 years went by. Well, AXE, I'm sad that it affected your... I'm sad that it got you addicted for so long, but I support you choosing to stay sober from that. I applaud anyone deciding to go and stay sober, because that's not an easy thing to do. I can't do that, otherwise the pain in my body makes me lose the desire to keep living. And so for me, smoking is a need, because it actually returns some range of motion to my body that the pain otherwise would not allow me to do. Like, I truly become crippled by the back pain. Any movement of my thighs or back or abdomen, anything that pulls on those muscles causes a great deal of pain. And the cannabis helps me not feel so much of it. And it helps me feel calmer. Well, Jude, I'm just recovered from being sick, and I am on pain management, and I am tired. I will be working on making better content soon, but right now I'm just live streaming to hang out with you guys. We're watching Spider-Man Homecoming with Tom Holland. Yeah, that's the kid's name.
He's also... Please, Mom. Can I have some more? That's Holland.
That's so weird. Anyways, I'm just chilling here. What are you guys up to right now? I imagine at least a couple of you might be at work. Maybe you're doing homework. I'm genuinely curious to hear from you guys. Original Spider-Man is better. Tobey Maguire will always be the Spider-Man for me, because he's the one I grew up with. But Garfield and Holland are pretty great. Should actually do yoga exercises. Yeah, I actually was in physical therapy for a while, and they gave me a printout of all the exercises to do. And to be truthful, I haven't done them in a while. We're busy working, and when we get home, I'm tired. All I want to do is just lay back and rest. I don't want to exert myself to do stretching and exercise, but I'm going to have to train myself to push past that and do it anyway. And that's one of my New Year's resolutions. Do what I need to do instead of making excuses of why I'm not ready to do it yet. I can't remember the dude's name right now, but there is a guy on TikTok who does inspirational things. And one of his songs is I Do It Anyway. Talking about how no matter what mood he is in, he does it anyway. You know, if he's depressed or stressed or angry or sad, he does what he has to do anyways. And another inspirational song of his is about how nothing grows in comfort, we only grow from pain. Flowers don't grow from sunshine, they grow from the rain. And use your pain to help fuel becoming a better person. And if me being open about all this can help inspire you guys to work on yourselves too, then I'm very happy to be a good influence. Massage helps, yeah. Yeah, my husband gives me really good lower back massages. He actually received some training in massage therapy. And with all the help I get, I'm able to get through each day, but some days are much more difficult than others. Hello, it's me. It's good to see you.
Baby monitor protocol.
That's funny.
Hey everyone, yeah, kick-ass party. Hey, what's up, Liz? Peter's told me a lot about you. No, this is just me messing around. Go later.
Yeah, I did change my hair. I had my viewers vote on how I should color my bangs, and everyone chose purple and blue for this side and purple and pink on this one. I have a decent gradient look going on, but I'm gonna touch it up again because I really like how it turned out originally. But I've taken a few showers since then, so the color has faded a little bit. But I'm happy with how it turned out. Yeah, I am gonna push myself to do those exercises. Yeah, I'm gonna make myself start exercising and doing those. Tom Holland Spider-Man's voice changer isn't working right.
Look, man. These guys are selling weapons that are crazy dangerous. They can't just be out in the streets. Look, if one of them could just cut them up with a in-half a man. Yeah, the best sandwich in Queens.
So babe, it's pretty good.
Well, it's too much bread.
I like bread.
Come on, man, please.
Oh, no worries, Hong Kong. I understand.
Don't do that.
The other night you told that dude if you're gonna shoot somebody, shoot me. It's pretty gross. I don't want those weapons.
You two-timing son of a
Who
gun.
are these guys? What can you tell me about the guy with the wings?
Other than he's a psychopath dressed like a demon, nothing. I don't know who he is or where he is. I do know where he's gonna be.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy dude I used to work with.
All is forgiven. Hong Kong. Just to show you we're good, I'll take a hit dedicated to you.
Right, of course. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. Where is it?
Can I give you some advice? You gotta get better at this part of the job.
I don't understand. I'm intimidated.
Staten Island Fair, 11.
All right, soon. Hey, that's gonna solve in 2 hours.
No. Come fix this.
2 hours. You deserve that.
I got
You're a criminal. I'm a criminal.
You're criminal. You deserve it.
Deuces, Pinkster. You stay safe too, homie.
It's great seeing you. I need water. I keep this big ass bottle so that I can be better hydrated throughout the day. And yes, it is almost as big as my head. Got it from the Dollar Tree for $5.
Incoming call from A. Parker. Should I reroute to your heads up display?
Can't talk right now. Call her back. Hey, Joey, keep an eye on that guy. Can't let anybody get away
finish your sandwich and still has notification. No worries. But for real though, thank you for stopping by, Pinkster. We love you.
Stop it with the instant kill already.
White pickup.
Hey, the Mexican guy is in Better Call Saul.
Johnny, scan the ship
He's
for
We
fine.
need to rewatch that.
You actually haven't.
I
It's a
thought we
lot of
did.
lawyer crap.
I thought we did. Either way, I'm down to watch it. Hello, Peter. We're doing all right. Hey, Leonardo. It's great to see you.
Mr. Parker.
We're home resting after a long day.
Nice work in DC.
We got Spider-Man Homecoming playing on the TV,
I'm just trying to bring
and
Don't cut me off when I'm complimenting you. Anyway,
I forgot how funny it is.
what is that?
I'm at band practice.
That's odd. Happy told me you
It
quit
sounded like that
band 6
horrible
years ago.
sound
What's up?
my dad's computer would get when a page wasn't loading right. Do you remember?
Hey guys, the illegal weapons deal fair is at 10:30. You're missing.
Being called so fine is a very sweet compliment. I appreciate it.
Spider guys here. Oh, not so fast. You guys okay? My bad, that was a little hard. I gotta say, the other guy was way better with that thing.
When the babysitter goes a little overboard with discipline. And it has hit the fan. Damn. I'm doing alright. Just exhausted, but I wanted to be social with you guys for a bit before I begin shutdown mode for myself. And inflate one balloon in 30 seconds. I am able to do that, but I do not have any balloons on hand. We should get some balloons just because. It'd be funny to randomly just leave them in places.
No, Sadie gets scared of me.
True. No, Top G, you're alright. Yeah, I'm remembering now having that challenge given to me, but I have to buy some balloons from like a party store or something because we don't have any here. I'm old enough that my parents stopped keeping balloons in the house. But tomorrow I'll try and find some cheap balloons and I'll do that. Will it be a paid challenge? Like, will you shoot me at least a $5 to cover the balloons?
Oh my god, what do?
Your rubber gloves. Just the kind that kitchen staff wear. Not the stretchy kind. Well, Kumar, if you PayPal or Cash App me a $5 donation, I have the links to both of mine in the description of this live stream. If you send me a $5, I will do that tomorrow. Mm. It's insane. The vulture just split a ferry boat in half. And Spidey's having to hold it together enough so it all doesn't sink right away.
Hi, Spider-Man. Band practice, was it?
Hello, Robin. Good to see you. I appreciate you asking. My health is doing decent. I still cough a bit more than usual when I smoke, but it used to sound really bad earlier on, but thankfully the congestion is gone. It's just the residual tired that's taken a while to go away. No, thank you, Top G.
I think you've done enough.
I've been told I look like Anne Hathaway, and I've also been told I look like Julia Roberts. And I find every comparison to be flattering.
That's it. You're just gonna run.
That's what waiting for us. Now we're on Iron Man's radar?
Last time when we talked about vomiting. Feel sick that time, I think. Yeah, I was having a real bad time. I was having a bunch of green, very infected mucus buildup. Not only up in my sinuses, but also in my lungs. And I had to sleep as a mouth breather for a while. It's not fun, but I am over being sick. I'm just working on getting my energy back. Oh, thank you, guys. Trying to think. I honestly don't remember. My short-term memory is not the very best. So if I may not be able to remember specific things here and there, but I do my best effort to try and recall. You guys are watching me hang out all casual, like wanting to work on my social anxiety and talk with you guys about what you're going through.
Previously on Peter Scrooge Pooch, I tell you, stay away from this.
Oh yeah, that's way too long for me to recall.
Sneak around behind my back doing the one thing I told you not to.
Hey Leonardo, I'm glad you're here. Hope you're doing all right.
Those weapons were out there, and I tried to tell you about it, but you didn't listen. None of this would have happened if you would just listen to me. If you even cared, you'd actually be here.
Oh, thankfully, I don't really get car sick.
I did listen, kid. Call the FBI, huh?
Doing DoorDash as a living with my husband has gotten me very much used to being in a car all day.
No, this is where you dip it, all right?
And
What if somebody died tonight? Different story, right?
the only times I ever got car sick were when it was on really windy roads. I don't recommend driving on the Pacific Coast Highway if you are car sick prone. when I was a little kid, I remember having what I considered a feast at Denny's with my parents and brother. And I ate too much, and the Pacific Coast Highway, was too windy. There's only been a handful of times in my life where I'd have the need to have the car pulled over so I could throw up really quick. And I'm very thankful that it's not a common occurrence. But,
I've been calling you all day. You didn't answer your phone. Can't do that. Then the Sarah thing happens. I've called 5 police stations. 5. I've called 5 of your friends. I called my mother.
Hey, I'm okay. Honestly, just relax. I'm fine.
sorry, I got stuck in the movie again. I thankfully didn't throw up in the car, but my parents had to pull the car over and I had to get out and take a few steps away from the car so that I wouldn't get backsplash. But really windy mountain roads can also be difficult. Thank you, Tenderoni, for your kind words. I appreciate it. I used to try so hard to fit in when I was younger because I wasn't taught how to fit in when I was younger. And when one is lonely and overcompensating to try and find friends by being super friendly, it doesn't always work. I've never really truly found any social group where I fully belonged. I'm the type that bounced from one friend group to another friend group, trying to find the one that I feel at home with. And I never quite found it. But I feel like I found it here. Because I've got some really sweet friends here who listen and they pray and they have kind words. And I wish I could give every one of you guys a hug in person and a thank you for being a friend to me. I wasn't socialized properly when I was a kid growing up because I had really bad ADHD. When I was in private school in kindergarten and first grade, my parents saw that I was not doing well. I was way too distracted and I wasn't learning anything in class. And so I got put on Ritalin. It helped, but the other kids were still a problem for me. Anytime I'd hear any of them make any noise, my brain would shift gears into what did I just hear? What was that? And it was decided that homeschooling me would be better. That way I wouldn't be distracted by all the other kids. And academically, that was the right choice for me. But I was homeschooled all the way up until I finished 8th grade. So 9th grade, freshman year of high school, was my first time in a public school. Ever. I felt like Katie from Mean Girls, homeschooled raised away from all the others, raised different from all the others, being scared shitless and having to try and fit in with the others. Except I never tried to get with the popular ones because I knew it wasn't gonna go well for me. And so me doing these live streams is a way to force me to keep the momentum of working on my social anxiety going. I'm the type that if I stop doing something difficult and frustrating, it's really difficult for me to pick up and continue where I left off. So I try to keep it constantly going, low level. And it's getting easier to handle, but it's just difficult. Wayne, in your entire life, you only went on one date. You know what I did? She brought her brother. Oh. Well, Wayne, that is not a good first date. You have my sympathy that it went that poorly. Oh, thank you, Top G. I appreciate the rizzing. I don't want to talk about vomit so much. Can't believe she brought her brother. Dang, I would feel horrible too. Oh, Top G, you're fine. Oh, but Wayne, yeah, that's really rough. Other people can really, they can really have a huge effect on your mental health and your mood stability. And I had to learn the hard way that I tend to attract narcissists because I'm a very empathetic person. I try to see from the other's point of view when I'm being attacked by someone, trying to win with love and not war. And some people make it very, very difficult. And I'm praying for all of you who are dealing with difficult people in your life. I had to cut ties with a few people I loved very dearly because they were just toxic and they were proud of it, acting like it made them badasses or bad bitches or some stupid shit like that. And I used to think that, no, you're not really that way. No. And in my head, I would make excuses to myself about how, nah, I can trust them. They'll be fine. Never tell someone something about yourself if you don't want it to be broadcast to the whole world. Fortunately, I have learned, unfortunately through the hard way, that there are some parts of life that should be kept private. And there are some things that shouldn't be talked about. And there are things that should be talked about. And I'm still navigating that. And it's not easy. If any of you guys have had similar difficulties, I really would like to hear about it in the chat window. Some days you want to die. Oh, Wayne, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, thank you, Top G, for stopping by and for all the kind words. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you have a great night. But Wayne, I understand that feeling. There's been a few points in my life where I thought of what I call checking out of life's grand hotel before your reservation was due to end on its own. And I made one half-assed attempt one time years ago. I'm not going to say how because I don't want to give ideas, but all I will say is my attempt did nothing. It did not work as intended. Thankfully, I was not injured. No damage done. But it didn't work. And I feel like that was God telling me, you're not checking out early. You have to stay till your reservation is due. And ever since that day, I've just been trying to find a reason to live. You know, what's my reason for being here? And it's taken me a really long time, but I realize I'm here to share my pain and my struggle with it and how Jesus has helped me, so that all you others who are hurting too can understand that I understand your pain and I feel for you and I'm praying for you. I may not know who you are, and it's okay if you never interact in the chat window, but please understand I care about you. The love of the Lord Jesus makes my chest feel like a furnace full of warm, comforting heat that you would hope to find after being out in the cold all day. And I just want to radiate that comforting feeling to you guys, because Jesus loves you. He cares about you. I'm not going to be a preacher or have a sermon, but I feel compelled to just remind you guys, the Lord Jesus Christ is real. He is Lord. He is returning soon, and He is going to call all those who have loved and believed in Him up to the skies. And those of us who are alive, who have loved and believed, will be reunited with those who have loved and believed and died. And I can name 5 people right now who I'm going to see when that rapture happens. And every day living without them has been painful, to say the very least. When I'm in the depths of my despair and pain, it feels like there's a black hole in the very center of my chest where Iron Man's can't remember the term for it right now, but that glowy shit that Iron Man has in his chest. My deepest grief and pain makes me feel like I have a black hole there, sucking the very air out of my lungs, making me just feel like a Dementor's kiss. And I scream silently, and I just pour my heart out to God about why I'm silently screaming in pain, and He comforts me. And He provides comfort in ways that you don't always expect. And every time I'm in pain and I find relief, I look up to the sky for a half second and I think to myself, thank you. And then I move on with my day and whatever. And it's helped me be a happier person. I still hurt deeply, but I'm able to handle it better than I used to. And I'm learning more to laugh at pain and losses than to cry. I'm sure I come off as crazy, but I'm wired different. Oh yeah, the reactor, that's what it is. Hey Tommy, it's good to see you.
Why did he send you here?
Guess you'll never know.
I'm waiting for that day when I will be freed from this body and I'll be given a new one without all the painful, debilitating conditions that I have to live with. But to my fellow believers and followers of Jesus, I'm here for you. I care for you. He will be calling all of us home soon. And I know it's hard waiting for that day to happen. I'm constantly thinking about it and hoping for it to happen. And we need to stand strong and remind each other to keep going on as if the rapture is not going to happen. We have to keep about our business because we don't know when it will be. And it would be foolishness to cancel all your plans and expect it to happen at a certain date. The Bible says it's going to be quicker than the blink of an eye. All of us will be up in the clouds together, the living and dead who have loved Jesus and believed in him. And until that day, we have a mission to do, which is to help other people and to turn others toward Jesus so that they can be helped by him too. And I'd like to compare the rapture to us being at boarding school, you know, being humans on earth. It's not our true home, but we are forced to live there for a good while. And we know our dad has the big family bus, and he's going to be bringing it over to pick us up from boarding school and to take us to home, where we actually belong. But Dad loves all of us so very much that he's waiting until everyone is secured and ready to go. He's not going to take us home before every one of us who will believe is ready. Once that very last person who is going to be saved but has not yet been saved, the very minute they believe and accept, I believe that's when the rapture will happen. Our Heavenly Father will send a heavenly bus to take us home, away from the boarding school, and we won't be haunted or stuck dealing with what we went through at that boarding school, because we're going to be home. We don't have to go back to that boarding school again. But until we're called home, we have to do our best to keep going at this boarding school. We have to keep learning and trusting and helping each other. Because if you try to go through this life alone, it's so much more miserable than it needs to be. A few times in my life, I almost died because I have medical problems. But God saw fit to have me keep going, and like I said, I believe my purpose is to be a source of love and encouragement to you guys. I have a mother's heart, but I was not gifted the ability to become an actual mother. I have a genetic issue called Turner syndrome, and so I was born with malformed parts that would not allow me to become pregnant or carry a pregnancy. But I was in unending pain from it. It's difficult to have a mother's heart, but no ability to fully realize that love and put it into action. But I'm trying to redirect my focus and try to be a mother of sorts to you guys, you know, to comfort you, encourage you, give you advice if you need advice. And I just want to help you guys with what you're going through, because I know that my pain, it heals just a little bit more every time I focus on helping others with their pain. Okay, this is cool. I love that, Dee. I love that meme. So funny. But I would like to hear from you if you who are here. If you're doing alright and what you're up to. And if there's any movies or TV shows you can recommend. It's so weird seeing Michael Keaton as the Vulture, having grown up seeing him as Batman first. Oh, thank you, Dan. I appreciate the compliment. I am not offended. I hope things are going well with you. But for real though, I'm here live streaming to be supportive for you guys. Because the more I help you all with what you're going through, the more I feel helped in return. And I love all of you as a mother or sister would. I just want what's good for you guys. And I'll do my best to give my best advice if there's anything you're going through that you would like some input on. I just want to help the lonely feel less alone. Because it helps me feel less alone. I'm currently watching Spider-Man Homecoming in the background. Well, Dan, that's a really good goal. We're trying to get our credit card debt cleared up. COVID, when it first started, had us living off of the credit card, unfortunately. And then a couple of other unfortunate things happened that was not our fault. And we're trying to move out of California, but we don't have the money to do so. But we're hanging in there, living life one day at a time. The good Lord said, the sparrows don't worry about tomorrow, and the lilies of the valley don't worry about clothing themselves. So why are you worried about tomorrow? And just reminding myself of that it's made a difference in my anxiety and making it easier to handle. But yeah, it was really rough having to live off the credit card. And then after that, my husband's identity got stolen, and his working name got ruined where we live, unfortunately. And I am disabled with multiple health issues, so we can't just up and find other work. We're relying on DoorDash for income, and occasional local pet sitting jobs that we get helps, but it's not enough to full on rely on it for bills. Work used to be really good, but then everyone had to start cutting back on their spending because of inflation ruining everything. And when you're having to cut back on your budget, getting your orders delivered to you is usually one of the first things to go, which is it's a real bummer for us because that's how we make a living. So we ask for prayers that work will get busy again and that people will be ordering more DoorDash, because we want to earn our living. We don't want to go on welfare and rely on the government for everything. So we just ask for prayers for work to get busy again. And if you are willing and able to donate, I have my PayPal and my Cash App links in the description of this live stream. I don't expect any of you guys to donate, but I'm putting it out there in case one or more of you are willing and able. Because we could really use the help, honestly. We had a beautiful 2020 Impala that we were making payments on. We got it as a former rental car, so it was on a discount. But inflation made us unable to keep up with the payments every month. And we had to have our families bail us out a couple of months in a row, and that was the last straw for us. So we did the mature thing, got our payments up to date with help, and then we willingly surrendered the car back to the dealership so we don't have to make payments on it anymore. Well, we no longer have the Impala. Thankfully, though, my dad knows a guy who was selling the car for a couple $100 because his daughter didn't want it anymore. Nothing wrong with the car, it's just she upgraded. And my parents are letting us use that car for our uses, work and personal. And so being able to still work but not having to make payments on your means of work, it's already made a difference for us, but we're multiple thousands in the hole. And so every single penny sent our way and every kind word and prayer for things to get better, it's all very much appreciated. And I thank you guys for caring enough to pray and to say kind things. Can I do dog walking? I actually used to do dog walking, but I can't handle it anymore. The dogs that I used to walk required high energy, and ever since I got arthritis in my pelvic bones and disc degeneration in my spine, neck included, all that made doing dog walking no longer physically feasible. We do dog sitting though, and we help with dogs getting potty breaks during the day if the owners are away all day at work or whatnot, but we haven't had consistent regular dog care clients in a while. And I'm hoping that people will go on vacation soon and that everything will get better. Charge people to be a friend. I mean, I guess I could do that. No, my hand is just at a funny angle. I have been told I have really long fingers, though. But, I had something funny I was gonna say, but I lost it. It'll probably come back to me. In Japan, they do that. That's funny. They do a lot of shit in Japan that's weird.
Hey, Pedro.
Is it smoke or something? This is cannabis in a dab cartridge with a portable pen, a portable pen battery. It's got an electronic display, and I'm not gonna work to get it in focus, but it shows what voltage you have it set to, how much battery power you have left, and it lets you adjust how powerful you want it to burn the dab at. And it's the easiest, quickest, least offensive way that I know of to be treated for pain without it being obvious. I'm very flattered, but no, my husband owns my whole heart. We were best friends before we went on our first date together. And we've known each other for we've known each other for a little over 8 years. And our wedding anniversary is this March 8th, and it'll be 7 years married. Hey Annabelle, it's good to see you. Oh, you're waiting to see it. Olanzapine. I never heard of that one. I've tried Prozac, I think, when I was a teenager or early 20s. It's hard to remember, but that's rough. Oh, that's rough. You have my sympathy, Annabelle. I'm sure you remember, but for those of you who are new, I have multiple mental health struggles also. ADHD. I'm full of anxiety and depression and grief for missing loved ones who died. And I have borderline personality disorder. So every emotion I feel is dialed up by 10. And I'm on the autism spectrum. And all of that together makes life painful and difficult, but it also means I can experience happiness and joy at a greater degree. And I'm more easily excited by little things than I used to be. And so it's a mixed bag. I'm trying to focus on the good part of it, but it's difficult. When you drink and you're outside.
I'm so sorry. You said that a lot.
You're a social drinker. Oh wow. Yeah, I never really got addicted to alcohol, but there was a time in my life where I did use it a lot more than I really needed. I can't drink anymore because the medications I'm on don't mix well with alcohol. The few times I tried just to see what it would do, it gave me a bad feeling. Like emotionally, it just made me feel wrong. And so I haven't had a drink in a long while. And I'm okay with that. This provides me enough of a good time that I don't miss alcohol. Plus, this doesn't make me angry and irrational and nauseated. When I'm pissed off seeing red level angry, a few hits off of this baby, and it's like a sedative. and I'm instantly calmer. My mind stops racing. My heart, it stops racing so hard. And I'm able to actually take a moment and think about why I'm so upset and what I can actually do about it. I used to use alcohol that way before I found cannabis, and it helped, but I found cannabis to be more effective and with fewer side effects. I only drink on the weekend. Okay. Yeah. I do kind of miss social drinking also a little bit, but that's when I pull up my dab pen and I'm not so bothered. I've been live for over an hour and a half now, guys. I'm exhausted. You could probably see it in my face and hear it in my voice, but oh, I understand that, Annabelle. I understand that very well. I've gotten a bunch of supplements too, and I'm hoping and praying that they make a difference. I found out I have low calcium and low vitamin D, and I found out my
Oh, there they are.
what was it?
How's Retta? Good. Give me another.
I forgot what the rest of it was, but I grabbed some turmeric. It's a really good anti-inflammatory, and they have it in little capsules at the Dollar Tree. And I've honestly been buying a lot of supplements from them. I checked the labels to make sure there's no gluten in there, and they've been helping. My blood work came out looking a little better this time around. So that's proof to me I need to stay on a multivitamin with iron and take extra calcium and vitamin D. But otherwise, my body is getting better. It's just not as quick of a recovery as I would like. But we get what we get. Well, Dan, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great rest of your night and a great day tomorrow. But I'll be praying for you, Annabelle. You have my sympathy. I gotta call it. I'm exhausted. What time even is it? No wonder I'm so tired. I'm like an old person in that I start getting sleepy around 10, and it's 9:30. So I'm gonna go. But I love all of you. Jesus loves all of you. And I'm praying for all of you. Take it easy on yourselves and be good to each other.